Hey there, friends. Today we are going to make a 3D printed football helmet can koozie for any team you want. This is the one I made, and it's of the Orlando Storm, which is a United Football League, spring football league team. They were brand new this year. And as you can see, many different colors. This helmet actually came from the maker KC Customs at Maker World, and this is where one of the places I'm going to be uploading these files to. I just changed the size of the helmet and added the can holder. Logos could be better. The way I did it on this particular helmet was not great, and I only did that because I was just making this for me, and I wanted it done quick, and I didn't want to waste a lot of film and time. So that's what I did. This is made in pieces, obviously. It was really easy. It was a lot quicker, print time-wise and otherwise, to do it that way and glue it together than it would have been to print this as one solid piece. That's always one thing to keep in mind when you're printing anything with a 3D printer. Is it really necessary to print something as one piece in multicolors if you can print it in multiple pieces with multiple colors and then, glue them together? So we're going to make this helmet, show you how to make any team logo you want, including one team you made up. You make up your own, you have a logo for your fantasy football team. We'll show you how to put that on this helmet or pretty much anything else. And it's all free and it's all easy. We're going to get that done right now. Let's switch from my face to a web browser. All right, now we're going to jump over to Google and we're going to search for an image of whatever it is we want to put on the helmet. And like I said, it can literally be anything. I looked at this earlier. Horizon High School is a local high school here where we're currently staying, and I'm going to go over to images. And I picked that because when I looked at it, I thought I had a cool logo. I'll click on this logo. It's a big logo, I think. Look at that. Now you want a logo that's at least one of these two numbers down here, length or width, at least 400 or 500. And that's just so you can get good image quality when you press this. So we're going to right click on the image. We're going to go down to Save Image As, and we're going to call this Hawk Left, because he's facing, as I look at it, to the left. We did that for a very specific reason. We'll click on it. I'm using Windows, obviously. I'm going to edit with Designer. Open up Designer. I'm going to crop and rotate. I'm going to click on this little button right here to flip horizontally. That way, well, now he's facing the other way. So we'll click Save a Copy. We'll call it All right. And now we're done with that. Now the easiest way to do this is we're going to go over to Maker World. If you haven't been there before, you need to go there because it's a great site to get great files to print on your 3D printer, no matter what brand of 3D printer you have. So we're just going to go over here. If you don't have an account, you're going to need to be logged in to an account to use this. Accounts are free. So go ahead and create your account, pause the video, create your account, get logged in, come back, we'll wait for you. All right, now we're going to go to Maker Lab. Lots of cool things to do in Maker Lab. We're only interested in one thing right now, and that's Mesh Graffiti. So we're going to click on Mesh Graffiti. We're going to import a 3D model to get started. So we'll choose a file. I've already saved the blank helmet koozie file separately out of the 3MF file that has all the parts. So there it is. And we're going to you got three options here. You got a color brush, a text brush, and an image brush. Now, if you don't want the helmet to be this color, you can go ahead and change it using the color brush. But my recommendation is, even if you want it like, say, black or a really dark color, to not do that right now because it's going to make the next step difficult. And you can change the color later, and we'll show you how to do that. We're going down to image brush. We need to add those two images. We'll need to add Hawk Right. Number of colors is 3. That is correct. If you want to edit the colors, you can see them here. And we'll confirm. First thing we want to do is this image is facing, as you can see, I'm using my wheel on my mouse to move it forward and backwards. This image is pretty big. And as I get closer, I'm like way down here. So one thing we can do is we can change this view a little bit. And look at that. That still isn't giving us quite what we want. Another option is we can go over here to the size, make this a little bit smaller. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too small. So I can back it out using that wheel on my mouse again. And if it's about where I like and want it to be, there we go. Now we're done. Now it's on there. Now if I go over to the right side, see if I try to put that image there, he's going to be looking backwards. So we're going to go ahead and upload, and we'll upload the other one. It's already got it down to the same size. And boom. So now we've got our logo there and there. And it's just that easy. Now, one thing more we want to do as an option, if you wanted to add, I'm going to change my color brush here. I'm not going to paint. But if you wanted to add some text here, like a lot of football helmets have, like the team name or a slogan or something here, you can add that here, but there's also a separate piece in the 3MF file for you to put a name on, and you can add this on top of this. The same goes with this back piece right down here. Either one, your option, but if you wanted to just add text here, you can just type on the text brush and you can put it in. Now, the one thing you do keep in mind is down here, this piece down here is at an angle. It's angling down or inwards, and the front is angling upwards towards the back. So the text is flat right now, so the text doesn't conform to the surface, so the text will actually spread out when I stick it on there, unless you change the angle of the text. So my recommendation is don't mess with that on here. Just leave it as is, and then we're done. Now when you're done, a very important step to remember, you've looked at it, you like it, is to click this green checkbox to confirm. You can here and look at your logo on both sides, however you want. It looks great. So now we're going to export it, and it's going to make you export it as a 3MF file. Now I already have the 3MF file open here. As you can see, I've got the blank Koozie here. Those two pieces I was talking about where you can add text to. I've got some text on this one already here as well. We'll talk about how to add text there later. And now we'll just click on this one because it's blank, and we'll add, now this is Orca Slicer. You can use whatever slicer you want. And now we will click on this 3MF file that we just downloaded. We're going to import the geometry only. And now there is our helmet in all of its glory. And as you can see, the colors aren't right. And that's okay. They just didn't match up with what we have on our helmet. And that's fine, because that's going to go along with what if we want a black helmet, because I can't just change the color of the helmet, because if I do, watch this, we'll change it to black, nothing happens. And the reason nothing happens is because this is actually painted by that program. No matter what the color is underneath, that program painted everything, so it doesn't matter what the color is underneath. To fix this, we're just going to open up our color painting, and we're going to do some remapping. We're going to remap some filaments. The first one we want to map is, let's say we want a black helmet, so we want to get rid of this black first, so we want to change this black here to purple, because that's what it was in the original logo. We're going to remap black to purple, and we'll remap that. Awesome. Now we're going to remap this red to orange. So now we're going to remap this white here to black. Now we've got to remap this wood color to white. Now we're done. It's very important we do these steps in the right order, because once you remap to a certain color, you can't remap another color on top of it. In other words, once I remap this tan color to white, I can't remap the white to black. So if I do that, it'll just overwrite that and everything will be black. This would be black here. So now our helmet on both sides is the right color. and we can just hit slice plate. Here is our helmet. And you print out the sleeve if you want. Print these two pieces out. Again, this piece here press fits on top of that, or you can glue it on. Here are your face mask clips to attach your face mask, and here are the screws. Now, if you look closely, these aren't screws. They're more like rivets, so they will need to be glued into place. This doesn't just work for this helmet. This works for any curved surface, any picture. It's a free tool. Go out there and use it. Go out and have fun. Go out and experiment. And thanks for watching this, and we'll see you next time.